Okay, so my name is Fabiana, and I'm the coordinator of the Human Rights Council network known as Adriacina. Adriacina is a platform that brings together different organizations working in different countries, different regions. It's a solidarity network in a sense, so it's meant to foster the efforts of individual organizations, different members, in a sense that it really provides a space for them to exchange and to learn from each other, but also to really push for their own advocacy priorities, specifically in the Human Rights Council and its related mechanisms. The symbol of the empty chair, and that being a chair for people who could occupy it but are actually not provided with the tools or provided with the opportunity or the funding or the access overall to sit there and to sit at the table effectively. That's a big problem. So I think the Human Rights Council, as like the center of where this chair is situated, will only make sense to organizations and to the struggles of the people on the ground when the chair is occupied by the representatives of those people. I've been thinking about that question, whether it's a good thing and how the pandemic changed the way. I think the pandemic really changed the way we see the possibilities around participation, more than participation itself, more than video statements. I think in a sense it changed the way we understand participation. It broadened the horizons, and it became, before this was very much like, this is a global south demand. This is a demand of organizations that cannot be here, cannot afford to be here. And it really, a positive thing about it, I think, is that it changed the way the system thinks about participation, because they understood they could benefit from it as well. The small island states, the different delegations that are not necessarily in Geneva. So for different reasons, not only the reasons of like legitimate participation of people who should be occupying that space, for practical reasons as well, I think people understood that's a good choice, that's we should think about things differently. The UN had stopped in time when it basically refused to implement remote tools for participation. And to be fair, there was the possibility to send remote videos before the pandemic, but only if you didn't have a representative in Geneva, and in a very it was very limited. And I hear People's Counsel, I hear the will to question how things are done at the moment, and I think that's not a small thing. That doesn't go unnoticed. I hear on one side the will to engage, but then to question how we make that engagement happen. And I think I hear also a feeling that we are done with things being done just because, for no justifiable reason, and that there is space for improvement, and we should seek that improvement the best way that we can. So I hear a conversation when I hear People's Counsel.